y'all, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today and do, if I could only take one thing from every category, and I will tell you, I've been wanting to do this for over a month, probably two, but this is so hard. So today, if I could only take one, these are the things that I would take. And I'm gonna start with sunscreen, and these are the two. Nivea Sun Protect Water Gel. These are both watery gels. This one is a tiny bit more emollient, the Biore, a tiny hair little bit. So I'm picking this one because of the pump. I love the pump of it. It's easy. It just spreads real fast. I can spread it everywhere. And yeah, I could do that with either one of these, but I'm picking this one because of the pump. An eye primer, the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, because the Smashbox is so good. But this grabs pigment. My eyeshadows really don't need a lot of help in that department. I don't have oily eyelids, no issues I'm dealing with. This just primes my lids real nice. My eyeshadow always goes on good when I wear it. I love the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. Okay, color correctors. It's between two. It's between the MAC Prep and Prime in Radiant Rose. I used this for well over a year. This was my holy grail. Recently, in past months, I've discovered the Age Rewind in the pink, the highlighting one. I didn't like the sponge. Elle told me, rip that sponge off and put it on a beauty blender. What I discovered when I got rid of that sponge, but now that I put that on a beauty blender, these are virtual, and I'm just gonna say it. I think this is a dupe. Prep and Prime goes on a tiny bit brighter, but they dry down the same. I cannot tell the difference. For months, I wore one on one side and one on the other. Could not tell the difference. So I'm picking the less expensive of the two. If you try to pick this up, you can barely tell the difference on the colors. So I will link the pink one that's the actual pink. Because for years, I used the yellow one and was like, that didn't really work. Okay, next, concealers. I am taking the Too Faced Born This Way. Y'all, this is the most perfect concealer for myself that I have ever used in my life. And it has really it doesn't even really matter about a color corrector because this works better on me with no color corrector. So I'm not even using a color corrector lately. Because when I just put this on my skin, it wears all day long. Full cover, creamy, smooth goodness, just like the Tarte Shape Tape was. But I hardly ever have to touch this up. It just wears and wears. The first couple of times I wore it, I would just stare. Like, that's just sticking. It just sticks on there. It stays all day. My perfect color is snow. Okay, for blushes. Right now, I'm using up the It Naturally Pretty. I'm not picking this one. It's always been a tiny shade, a little bit too dark for me. So I always brighten it up with an Hourglass. And that is perfection, but I'm only taking one. I have a bunch of Laura Gellers that I love, but if I'm taking one, I might not want a beautiful shimmer all over my face every day. I haven't used these enough to just pick one because I'm in use-ups and these have been a backup. If I was using that up though, I bet I'd be obsessed in taking it. For years, the L'Oreal's Rosy Outlook, Apricot Kiss, Subtle Sable, these have been my go-tos. These are as good as any upper end. If I'm picking a drugstore, it's gonna be a L'Oreal. No, that's a lie, because I think I am picking a drugstore, and it's not L'Oreal. I'll tell you what I've been picking up every day, and I'm obsessed with, is this Milani Luminoso. Every single time I pick this up, it brightens my face. I don't know if it's because it's perfect for my coloring, but every morning I do my use up like I'm supposed to, and then a couple of hours later, I pull this out every day for about the past month. I'm going to show y'all. It's the perfect peachy pink with a sheen. I'm going to blend that out. If I'm taking one today, it's going to be my Milani Luminoso. I'm impassioned with this. Okay, next, foundations. I have the SCC. I love the Dior Forever, the Maybelline Superstay, the Even Better Glow, the Physicians Formula. I love so many. But the one I'm going to take today is the one I've been obsessing over all summer. The Clinique Beyond Perfecting. Now, I didn't use this for a long time. I was slow to warm to it because of the doe foot. I've even made friends with this. I sometimes use the doe foot. I sometimes pound it into my hand. This just makes my skin flawless. All summer, I had people going, what are you doing to your skin? And a lot of it, I think, was the foundation. It's a full cover that doesn't look heavy. Okay, for powder. That was so easy for me. I'm picking the It Bye Bye because if I'm picking one powder, I want one for under the eyes, setting my under eyes just right over here, for brightening my face, maybe creating a little bit of a luminosity, and that's the It Bye Bye. This is beautiful all over the face. It's beautiful under the eyes. I just love it. So yeah, this is the powder that I'm picking. For eyeliners, I had to have 2 categories for this, y'all. The waterline liner, it's going to be Urban Decay waterline liner. Every day of my life, it doesn't smudge. It's easy to apply. I just love it. I've been use-ups with this one in Mood, and after this one is gone, I'll pick one of my other 20. And then for over the lash line, if I'm picking one, and I don't break it into categories, and I'm not cheating, I'm taking my Rimmel in Black. It hurts me to leave a liquid liner, but I'm most comfortable with this because I can use it out here real easy. Then I'm just going to have to keep it nice and thin over there. And then if I get to take one for my lower lash line, it's the Prestige in Black Brown. If not, then I don't know what I'm going to do. For contour, I'm taking the Wet n Wild Contour Palette. I've been using up the Hoola. I like this just as much. This is a beautiful pigmented chocolate brown. I love this as much as anything high-end I've tried. Next, bronzers. I will tell y'all, until this summer, I didn't have a bronzer. They all muddied me. They make me look dirty. And I would just end up wishing that I had not put it on until I found this Physicians Formula Butter Blush. I was using this as a bronzer and loving it. And I had this on a video, and one of my subscribers said, if you don't have a bronzer you like, pick up a Guerlain. So I went on and looked, and I thought I might could wear that because I love a blush all over my face for a sun-kissed look. And this has the pink in the bronzer. I picked this up and fell in love with it. Every time I put it on, I think, I should have done that earlier. It just adds something every single time I put it on. So I'm taking the Guerlain bronzer in 02 Natural Rose Cool. Okay, highlighter. I'm not the best about highlighter. I don't use them all the time because I'm going to the gym and the grocery store and, you know, I'm just not great about highlighter. If I'm taking one, it's probably going to be this Laura Geller in French Vanilla and Portofino because it's got a matte on one side. This lightens my face up so well. Here, we'll put a little on. Yeah, I love it just for that lightening of the face. I love this French Vanilla and Portofino. Next, for a lash primer, it's the L'Oreal. I like this as much as my Cils Booster. It gives me a nice buildup. And I just like it. I just like that step. I use it every single day. And for the mascara, the Sculpted Volume by Essence. The buildup on this is just out of this world. It is my one and only. It took me off the market for any mascaras. I love this. Okay, for lipsticks, it was between 2. And one's a drugstore and one's an upper end. And I pretty much like them equally. But I'm going to have to take the Natasha Denona Smoky Rose because this is my holy grail. And I can't find my backup of it. This is it, digging out, and I need to order more. It's just my perfect pinky nude, but the one that's right behind it is pretty darn close. They're pretty darn close to the same color. Okay, that is my Natasha Denona Smoky Rose, and I love it. That's my Smoky Rose. Neck and neck, though, is this L'Oreal in 910 that my girl Penn sent me, and I love this. I'm going to put it right beside the Smoky Rose so you can see. You can hardly tell them apart. That one on this side is the L'Oreal. And then that one is the Smoky Rose. I mean, they're just so close. But if I'm picking one, it's my Natasha Denona Smoky Rose. One gloss, it's the Rimmel in Blushing Belgraves because the formula on this, the formula and the color, this is the least sticky gloss of any gloss I've ever had on in my life, including Marc Jacobs, Buxom, but that color could not be more perfect. And then it's not sticky. In the past, when I've heard people say, is that sticky? I'm like, well, yeah, it's a gloss. All glosses are sticky. This one's not. And a subscriber recommended that. Y'all give me the best stuff. Liners. The one I'm taking is a NYX Slide On. This is in Alluring. I love the color and I love the formula. It goes on easy. It's that one. I like a little bit of pink to pink up my lips when they go dead. I just love it. It goes on great. I love the color of it. Okay, next, eyeshadows. My favorites are Anastasia's, my Tarte palettes, the Toasted and the In Bloom. The Too Faced Just Peachy, I used this so much this summer. The two I've used more than any are the Just Peachy by Too Faced and the Tartelette and Bloom. I use the Tartelette and Bloom when I want a cool look. And when I want a warm look, I pick this one up. And y'all, just opening that makes me smile. Just love them. So it has to be, well, and the Soft Glam. Every time I got out the In Bloom, I also got out the Soft Glam. These were my children all summer long. They went on 4 trips with me. I thought I was going to pick the In Bloom because I use this all the time and I'm impassioned with it. I talk about it over on Instagram all the time. It's been in several videos, but just now I hadn't used this one in a while, and when I opened it, it literally made me smile. I'm really feeling pulled towards this one. I haven't used this in like a week, and it's like I've really missed it. Today, I'm going to take this one. I love this palette. It just is pigmented. It gives me a beautiful, warm look every single time. It's got everything in it. Crease, transitions, several transitions, brow bones, lid. This has got it all. I'm using this tomorrow. I've missed it. I love this too. This is my runner-up. That's not fair. Okay, I'm taking the Too Faced. And I think that's everything. That's one thing from every category. So y'all tell me what some of your favorite things are down below. Some things that you would take if you could only take one. And that's all I've got for you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave comments and questions down below. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good day. Bye.